I've been doing Dr. Joe's work since 2016, and a couple weeks ago I had a very big major breakthrough for myself. So got a big aha, and I would like to share with you the backstory in my life so that you kind of get an idea why this was such a big breakthrough for me. Between the ages of 17 and 28, I lost 14 people in my life, family members and friends and 3 fiancés. I had some amazing mystical experiences during that time, and also a lot of trauma. And it set me on my journey to figure out what those experiences meant and to heal myself. I sat in depression for over 40 years. Everything that I tried, all the Buddhism, Hinduism, shamanism, all of them helped, but none of them were able to really break through the depression. I started doing Dr. Joe's work in 2016, and he had the answers. It was like the puzzle pieces that were missing showed up. And so I had ups and downs. I did the work even when I didn't want to. Did the work every day. I had physical healings, which were amazing. But the depression was what I was coming for, and the mystical experiences. So about a year ago, slowly over those years, the depression lifted. And I remember the day that it totally lifted and has not come back. So it was permanent. And about a couple weeks ago, I got a big aha, I got a big awakening. One of the men that I loved very dearly many years ago in our youth that died, I had a dream. And the dream was we were walking up the main street in our town, holding hands. And I asked him, I said, "What's it like to die?" And he said, "I cannot tell you. I promised I wouldn't say anything as long as I could come back and see you." And he said, "But I will tell you this, love's forever, it never dies." So that I hung on to that my whole life. Then a couple weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago, I'm doing Dr. Joe's work in a study group with the book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Went back to the basics and started working in that book. And a small breakthrough came through on that. And Dr. Joe says, "What do you want? What do you want in your life?" And I'm pretty happy. I have all my needs met. I'm happy with my life. I have a wonderful family and a lot of love in my life. And he says, Dr. Joe says, "Figure it out. What do you want?" And so I started really thinking about that. What do I really want? What's my deepest heart's desire? And the grief came up, and the grief burst open in my heart when I realized that what I wanted him back. And after the release of the grief, it was so amazing because I heard a voice, and I hear voices, and I heard a voice say, do you really want him back? And I thought about it, I thought, no, I don't. I want that love back. That love that we had back then is what I wanted back. And every time doing this work, opening my heart has been so difficult because I'd start to open it and the grief was right next to the love. So I would just shut it. And I decided I really wanted my heart open. And that broke my heart open. And then a couple weeks ago, I've been doing Dr. Joe's newest meditation, The Alchemist. And love that meditation. And there's a part in there where he says, what is it that he says? He said, tune into the frequency that will transform your life or transmute your life. And so I decided to tap into, I looked for it. What is the frequency? What's the frequency that will transmute my life? And I hit on that love that I had back then. And I realized that that message had nothing to do with, well, yeah, I'll love him forever, he'll always be in my heart. Had nothing to do with that. It had to do with the frequency of that energy in the field that we generated back then is still there. It never dies, it's always there. All you have to do is tap into it. And it broke everything open for me. And the most important thing for me is that it changed my brain. It has changed my thinking. It's changed the way I look at life, the way I look at men. I'm so grateful for it. And it has stayed. I thought it would be maybe a couple days, but it has stayed. And now I know that the possibility to love like that again in a relationship is there for me. And so I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for my family for sticking with me, because I'm the kind of the outlier. I'm the one that is the, Ellarae's doing her weird stuff again type, but they love me anyway. They didn't get rid of me, especially my daughter. And I love this Dr. Joe community. It is just so supportive. I would have never, ever gotten to this point if it hadn't been for Dr. Joe's work and doing the work, and for this community, because they're so loving. So thank you, thank you.